Good morning, espresso enthusiasts, and welcome back to another episode of A to Z Recipes with Chat GPT. This week, we are taking a look at the letter W, and when prompted, Chat GPT came back with a whiskey caramel coffee drink. And so this particular coffee drink involves 1 to 2 shots of espresso, 1 ounce of whiskey, a ½ ounce of caramel syrup, and then a ½ cup of milk and some ice. So I would put it in the realm of an iced latte. But before we get too far into that, I need to ask you guys a favor. I need you to caffeinate that like button and dial in that notification bell. I am trying to grow this channel. As the time of recording, I only had about 130 subscribers. So every like, follow, share, and comment, hell, even if you tell me I am making awful coffee drinks, helps the channel grow. But at any rate, that all out of the side, let's just jump into it. So our instructions here: brew 1 to 2 shots of espresso and let it cool to room temperature. I never let it cool. I just chuck it in the cup over ice and off to the races we go. In a small saucepan, heat the whiskey and caramel syrup over low heat, stirring until the caramel is melted and the mixture is warm. I'm confused. I don't like it when things move and I didn't touch them. That was a good time. Anyway, all right, so I'm not entirely sure that I'm gonna heat the whiskey and the caramel syrup. It's also like 8 a.m. in the morning here. I'm not trying to make the whole house smell like whiskey. I'm not that much of an alcoholic. So more than likely, I'm just gonna put the whiskey. I've actually got caramel premium sauce. So I think this will dissolve fairly readily. So I think I'll be able to get away with putting everything in the shaker cup and just having a good time. All right, so going back to our instructions. In a separate container, we heat the milk until it's hot but not boiling. I don't know why we're heating everything up if we're just gonna pour it over ice. Fill a glass with ice, pour the cooled espresso over the ice, pour the whiskey and caramel mixture over the espresso, pour the hot milk over the whiskey. Oh my God. Okay, we need to explore this for a minute. So first, we're gonna get everything hot. We're gonna fill a glass with ice. We're gonna pour the cooled espresso over the ice. And then we're gonna pour the hot whiskey caramel mixture over the espresso. And then we pour the hot milk over the whiskey and caramel mixture and give it a good stir. I guess what I could do is steam the milk, put the whiskey and the caramel in the milk, mix that up, and then shake everything over ice. I think that makes the most sense. I should have read this recipe beforehand. This is way more complicated than I was ready to get into this morning, but we are gonna do our best. So first things first, we are gonna go get our pitcher. Go get a pitcher, fill it up with milk, and I'll see you over at the espresso station. Okay, so we have our milk. We will go ahead and pour our shot. So, get our 18 grams of beans. Throw a coffee bean on the floor for over later. Espresso in the portafilter. Almost missed the portafilter entirely. That would have been a fun mess to clean up. Dun, dun, dun. All right, so these beans that I have been using have a tendency to be very greasy, so hopefully this shot pulls nicely. I'm gonna go get us an espresso cup real quick. Be right back. Nice clean espresso cup. All right, pull us a shot. Okay, so we got our espresso. Now we'll go ahead and steam our milk. I always get so upset whenever I steam really nice milk and I'm using it for an iced drink, because I like practicing latte art. And we are back with our milk and our espresso. And now we're just going to combine everything hot before we add the ice. So I'm supposed to use a half cup of milk. So we're going to use our measuring cup that we already pulled out because I'm smart and I'm a professional. Here's our half cup of pre-warmed, steamed, frothy goodness. We need 1 ounce of whiskey. Today we're using Maker's Mark 46. Again, I'm not sponsored by anybody. I'm just over here in my kitchen having a good time. Maker's 46 makes a great whiskey sour, which is why we have it on hand. And now we need a half ounce of this super awesome Ghirardelli caramel syrup. Again, not sponsored. Ghirardelli's just fun to say, so I figured that would be the brand I would go with. Okay, that's actually fairly thick. Maybe Chat GPT knew what it was talking about whenever it said I needed to mix this in with hot milk. I, for one, welcome our AI overlords. Okay, so now we get to shake this up. Now, for those of us who are any good at physics, we have hot stuff in a sealed container that we're going to agitate. Let's hope this doesn't explode. All right, so calm down. It's hissing. Okay, that could have gone worse. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we have everything kind of assembled. We are going to put our espresso in here. Then we are going to get some ice and shake this up. I need a glass with some ice in it. Okay, we have our ices. We'll go ahead and shake this up. smells moderately better. I don't know about y'all, but the smell of like hot whiskey to me just smells very... I'm looking for my strainer and I don't see it. Found it. But on my prior thought note, the smell of hot whiskey just seems very off-putting. It almost smells acidic. So I was a little concerned whenever we put the whiskey in the hot milk, but now that it's iced, it doesn't smell as bad. So there's our whiskey caramel espresso drink. Let's give this a shot. On the nose, it smells like espresso and whiskey. Opinions. I have them. It's not great. I understand there's like espresso martinis, and I think we actually did mix, maybe it was the John Wayne drink. We mixed whiskey. I recall that drink not being terrible, but this is, I don't know, this is not that. Maybe I would have thought that the caramel and the whiskey played nice together, but it feels more like you are, I think it's the milk. That's probably what it is. Everything seems like it's separate flavor. So you get espresso and then you get like sweet milk and then you get whiskey and then you get caramel, and it doesn't really seem to mesh well. Like if whiskey is your jam, maybe give this one a shot, but I can't say as I recommend it. Not my favorite drink so far. But that all out of the way. If you like whiskey, if you like lattes, if you like caramel, give it a shot. Let me know what you think. And as always, have a caffeinated day.